Well, today's our last day with John. We've talked about our questions, our wounds, and our relationships with women. And something about being around John feels like home, like you're completely seen, and that's a good thing. Yeah, he's the opposite of a poser. He's completely authentic. And being around him isn't just calming, it's exhilarating. We feel safe, but at the same time, we feel pushed out the door into adventure. Or at least reminded that I'm already living one.
No, this one's mine.
These are apple and these are Cajun.
And tomorrow, we'll go down out of the mountains, back into the real world, where the adventure is about to begin.
How would you describe the man that you would love to be?
Reliable. Strong.
Deserving of honor.
Brave and confident and gentle.
Yeah. I think I would say kind and true and unrelenting.
That's good.
And what is in the way of becoming that man?
I think it's me getting in my own head, thinking that that's an image of me that I can never attain.
He doesn't feel attainable.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times it's my own thinking too, and I'm trying to cut myself down to size so that my life is something I can manage on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't dream too big.
Right,
Right. Don't risk too big.
right.
Stay in a small story
Mm-hmm.
because you can handle that story.
I think I give up when it gets hard. I don't persist enough and don't push forward.
You came out here with some questions. What lingers? What's the takeaway? What did you discover?
I think I realized I was asking the wrong questions. Because I came asking, am I doing it right? Is this how it's supposed to look? And I feel like the answer is, I'm your father. You know, you can trust me. God's saying, I love you.
The first thing that came to mind is I'm not the only one asking questions.
Right?
I'm not alone in not knowing what I'm doing
Right?
and wondering if I'm doing it right. And I hadn't even thought about that until you said that. No, that's my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
For me, it's just been trying to be perfect every day, trying to make myself right, gain that validation, be better than the father I didn't have growing up.
Yep.
And it's exhausting
Yeah.
to live that way.
Yeah.
Just getting out of that mindset of, instead of trying to make everything right, just like you said, just being a son. Just being a son.
Yeah.
And enjoying that and just recognizing God is my father.
Yeah.
And being open to being fathered by God.
Yeah. Jesus is brilliant on human nature. And when he says, everything you do to save your life, you lose it. Right?
Yeah.
Everything we do, like make it small, make it manageable, right? Or get on top of things.
Yeah.
Just be untouchable, right? Be the best guy in the room, be amazing, all whatever our version is. And for some guys it's check out, right? Check out, go passive. I'm not trying, I'm not playing in that arena. I'm just gonna hide for some minutes, hide. Whatever version that is, for every single one of us, it collapses at any given time in a man's life. I think God's up to two things. I think he is dismantling the false self, right? He's coming after whatever that is, the hiding, the achieving, right? The self-containment. I need to make my life workable. Whatever that version is, he's dismantling the false, right? And he's wanting to heal something in us. He's wanting to heal wounding. He's wanting to heal the absence of the Father, right? Or love, or whatever that may be in our expression. He wants to heal the true man, right? So he can set us free,
Yeah.
right? Jesus in Isaiah 61, I want to heal your inner life and I want to set you free.
I'm feeling a lot more free. None of my issues are gone in a couple days or a couple
Right.
weeks, but having a new way to see them,
Yeah.
understanding that
Yeah.
I have a father.
Yes.
I've got a good dad here on earth. I've got an even better father in heaven.
Yeah.
Perfect father,
Yeah.
not alone.
For me, like my awareness of like the poser that I have in me, becoming aware of that and realizing I can let that go.
And who do you think's underneath that? Who's waiting to come out?
I mean, the true me, but I'm kind of at a point where it's been so long, I don't know.
Yeah. How beautiful. I mean, that's the adventure that's ahead. Because we talked through some good things, right? We really did. We prayed through some good things together. But do you have the exact 7-step plan now for the rest of your life?
No,
Right?
Nope.
Now this is big, guys. This is really big. This was a shocker for me. I spent the first part of my adult life looking for the master plan and just mad at God that he wasn't providing it. Come on, like just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Right? Give me the plan,
Yes.
Yep.
right? I
Yeah.
just want to know what to do. Just show me that and I'll do it. And the reason that he doesn't give us the plan is for the very simple fact that we would go do it. We'd do it, right? Most guys would show up. Most guys would do it, right? They'd follow through, right? Because we want to be good men. We want to come through. We want to show up, right?
yeah,
The thing is that we would do it and we would occasionally check in with God.
Yeah.
And then comes the mind blower. Like the day that I began to get some clarity on, wait a second, nobody gets the master plan. I thought it was just me that felt like the future was just unknown. That this is actually, it's going to tick you off at first, but it actually brings massive relief. Nobody gets the master plan. You get something far more amazing. You get a father. You get to be a son. You don't have to be the strongest man in your world. Right? You don't have to be the strongest man. You don't have to have it all figured out. Because you have God. You have God. You have a father. It is a massive shift in any man's life when he realizes that he gets to be a son.
so I'm getting that, but what does it look like? Like, how do I be a son to the maker of the world? Like,
Yeah.
how-
Yeah. Right. If we want to experience fathering in ways that we haven't yet, we do have to surrender our self-reliance. Like, there's got to be a willingness to be a son, to let him speak into our lives and to take that risk, right? There's got to be a willingness to be loved. You know, most of us are pretty committed to our self-reliance. But the fathering can come in hundreds of ways. I think that sometimes it comes mediated, like our day on the river, right? Teaching you to fish. That was a sweet time,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I loved that time.
It was awesome.
I loved it. And like that's a taste of it there. Like sometimes it comes through brothers, it comes through an older man, and sometimes it comes direct. It comes straight with words of love from God, stories that he invites you into, kind of learning to walk with him, right? Learning to hear his voice, learning to recognize how he's coming for you. And one of the big epiphanies too, most of the hassles in our life, we kind of blame on God. We kind of get mad at him for it. When in fact, what he's trying to do is grow us up. He's trying to initiate us as men. It's such a simple idea, but man, it's revolutionary. Nobody gets the master plan. You get to be a son. You get to have a father to walk with you through the adventure that's ahead, right? The adventure of going back, going into your marriages in a new way, right? Going into friendships in a new way, going back into work, chasing your dreams, becoming the man that you want to be. You get to be a son, and you get to have a father who walks with you every step of the way.
Well, that was it. Our last talk with John. We put the fire out, and the next day we'd head home. But not before we go on one more adventure. We came here without really knowing where our lives were going. But I guess that's really what we're learning. You don't have to know your destination to start living an adventure. Actually, maybe it's not knowing every turn and next step that makes the adventure worth living. Like John said, most of the mountains in our life, the hassles we face, the valleys, the wrong turns we take, we get mad at God for and try to avoid. But little do we know, he's actually trying to grow us up, initiate us as men. He's fathering us. So maybe it's true. Not all who wander are lost. Especially if we realize we have a guide to encourage us to jump and climb, and is showing us the straight and narrow. We have brothers to push us along, and a loving father ready to catch us and teach us when we fall. I know it sounds cliche, but honestly, this trip has been a mountaintop experience. But it gets real when we go back home. We'll bring back some answers to our big questions, but we don't get to take John back home with us. And like he said, even though we may have wanted it, we don't get a master plan. But we have something better. We get a father. A perfect heavenly father. And we get to be a son and learn how to follow him. We get brothers, friends, and mentors for the road ahead. But now the real adventure begins. We go back to our homes, our jobs, our wives, our kids. We go into our wild lives. But we don't go alone. We go with the Father, with our souls set free.
All right, I'm pulling up to my house. Oh, there it comes. There they come.
Daddy,
What is it, bud? Hey. Hi, bud.